Alright guys, in today's video we have a 2001 Toyota Camry with a big 2.2, and the issue is the rear lights are not turning on when they are commanded to from the switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go verify the customer complaint, and we're going to take it straight from the bottom. Now in this video I'm going to try to only use the power probe in order to give you guys a good video on its usage for testing lights. Alright, so here we have the vehicle. I'm going to put the key in the ignition. I'm going to turn on the key. I'm going to take, and here's my headlight switch. And you can see I turn it on, I turn it off, I turn it on, I turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. I have an AR camera set up onto the rear of the vehicle, and I'm going to be just mating these two videos together just to give you guys an idea. Now the front lights do work, but the rear do not. So we're gonna go and now we're gonna take it and start diagnosing it. So what we're gonna do first is, as you can see here, there is a trailer harness hooked onto it. But what we're gonna do is just follow our wiring, and from here all the way over there, and we're gonna see what's going on. Or we could actually go and test the lights and see if the lights actually turn on when we add power to them. Alright guys, so here's the wiring diagram for the 2.2 liter Toyota Camry 2001. Now, when dealing with a lighting circuit that's not turning on, it's important to realize that if you have aftermarket accessories onto the vehicle, that it can make the system not operate or not operate properly depending on how the system is wired up, and if there are external modules that are installed onto the vehicle also. So if you have separate modules than what is supposed to be onto the vehicle, those modules can short out internally, which in turn can cause some major lighting issues from, let's just say you turn on your left flasher and your right one turns on, or your lights don't turn on at all when you hit your switch, or anything of that nature. So just keep that in mind when you are testing a lighting circuit that is not turning on. Make sure there are no aftermarket accessories onto the vehicle whatsoever. And if there is, it would be highly suggested to start and diagnose to see if the modules that are associated with the aftermarket accessories are not at fault. So with that being said, I'm just going to go over briefly on what I did in order to see if I had a power side issue or a ground side issue, and this is done from the rear of the vehicle. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down, and we're going to come down to my rear combination lights. Now if you look at all my grounds on the ground side of my combination lights, which is this white black, white black, white black, white black. Now as you can tell, my stop lamps and tail lamps on this area of this combination have one ground point, and all these, my side markers, my turn, my stop, and my tail light, have a separate ground point on this area. Now the turn signals do work, so I'm not really worried about the ground on this area. My stop lamps do not work, so that would lead me, and both of them aren't working, so that leads me more to believe that I have a power issue. But in the video, what I'm trying to show is that all I do is, since all these areas have a common ground, all I do is take and add power to this green-red wire for my stop lamps, and I'm checking to see if they turn on. Now if all the lights, my stop lamps, do turn on, my issue is not on the ground side and is more than likely on the power side. And I came to that conclusion because all my lights did turn on. Now I didn't show it in the video, but I take and I do test the other wires on the rear left combination lamp, to see if my side markers turn on, my turn signal turns on, and my tail light lamps turn on, and everything does turn on. So that leads me to believe more that I have a power side issue than a ground side issue. And that's where I'm gonna leave you be with the wiring diagram, and we're gonna get back to the video now.
So when I take if I come here and I come down to my rear lights, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but if I come down to my rear left light, if I come onto this green-red wire, it's actually my stop light wire, and my stop light wire is spliced to my left and my right. So when I press and I add power to my stop, because I has a common ground, so when I add power to my stop on this green-red, all my lights should light up. Now if all my lights light up, that means that my wiring on this portion is good, so there's no issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to try that out right now, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys. So here's my light for my rear left. She cooked, she's black. And even the plastic started to change color. It's actually like a brownish color now. Green white into this box. I think I just got a blown fuse. So I'm thinking that all I have is a blown fuse, and the reason I think that is I'm actually going to take you guys with me and show you guys. Somebody was already in here playing around, and if I can, I will show you guys this. I don't know if you guys can see, but all these wires are all stripped and frayed, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe one of them shorted out on itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and take and check the fuses up at the front, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me for that. And like I said, all I'm using is the power probe for this. So the fuse that we're looking for is the tail lamp fuse. So here we have, I don't know if you guys can see, my tail lamp fuse is this guy down here. So that's where we're going to check first. Oh boys, huh? Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see with the power probe. Oh, bring you guys down. So on this side I have ground, and on this side I have power. Ooh, huh? So to start with, my fuse is blown. Now I'm not going to be putting another fuse in this vehicle until I repair the wiring in the back. And that is me switching my switch from on to off. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to bring you guys in the back, and we're going to go and we're going to repair these broken wires, and then we're going to put the fuse back in, and we're going to see if our lights work. And if they don't work, well, then we're going to keep on going. But at the same time, this way, I'm pretty sure that those broken wires we've seen in the back are the issue. Now, a lot of people like putting solder on their wires, and me, I just really don't like soldering my wires when it comes to automotive applications. And the only reason is because the solder can get very, very hard, and because you are putting solder onto the wire, if the solder breaks and cracks, well, it can actually cause a connection issue from wire to wire because of it. So I normally just I splice them, and I put heat shrink over them, and I heat it up, and that's it. No more than that. Now, that's my personal preference. Some people don't like it. Well, I've been doing it like this for years, and I've never had any issues. So that's the way I'm gonna keep on doing it. Just like some people like to use torque wrenches all the time, and some people don't. It's really it comes down to preference. And with the issues that I've had with solder, compared to the issues that I haven't had with not using solder, I would rather just not use solder. That's just my personal preference. Well, here I'm just going to be using my Power Probe torch kit. And the type of heat shrink that I use is the type that has a glue into it. So we'll just change that back. There you go, guys. Get this done for you. So, there we go. All done. And it didn't take that long, so that's always fun. So now we're gonna take and we're gonna go put in a fuse. Alright, moment of truth. New fuse, gonna go into the hole. Ooh, it's kind of dark in there for you guys. See if my little power probe will light it up for you. Ah, there we go. So we're gonna put it back in its spot, which was right here. And we're gonna see if it blows. Ah, it didn't blow. Turn on the lights. And let's go see. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Whoop. Lights are on. This side is not, so that one probably needs to be replaced. Parking lights are on. Reverse other lights are reverse lights are on. Parking lights are on. Oh, that's why it's not on. Somebody actually forgot to put it in. Bad, bad, bad people. How dare they? And we're gonna just check our brakes to make sure that our brakes work at the same time. So I'm gonna put all that stuff back in, and we'll press the brakes and we'll see what's going on. Alright, so I put all the lights back in, and now what we're going to do is just take this area. I'm going to put all this back up in the loom. I'm going to tape it up all nice and pretty. And then we're going to go and put the interior back together, and that's going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time.